constant engagements and handle pressure. That's why they picked it. I am less concerned about that.
Maybe it was too big of a word. That's why they picked it.
I am less concerned about that. They just going to kill him again. That's what I worry about. This other than the black hole. Okay, you could talk about duel. I don't know.
They have some cover, I guess, with Ogre and stuff like that.
I mean, Abaddon needs, the way he plays right now, and the reason he's so good, he needs to be able to just run up to these towers and whack, 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 and force engagements on his own terms. Night Stalker all of a sudden is running around with perfect vision, able to take those tower fights either under his own or under the enemy's, no problem. I think this is a really strong draft by TNC.
Another strong draft from TNC. Thank you very much, Perch. And Nahaz, we are all set then to get into our second game. Our TNC about to take a clean sweep and take place inside, or move a place inside the top three here at ESL 1 Hamburg. Or can Alliance stretch them and take a game back? Let's find out.
What did I say, Blitzdota? What did I say I wanted to see from TNC?
Night Stalker?
They're safe lane Night Stalker. And they're going to run it just for little ol' me. And maybe to be able to 2-0 Alliance, but most importantly for me.
Do you think it's going to be a 2-0?
I don't know. I haven't actually fully digested the drafts in my brain and come up with analysis.
I see.
Is it going to be a 2-0 Blitzdota?
I don't know.
Professional analyst?
Alliance have, I don't know, dude. I'm just garbage. Maybe Dota's not my thing, dude. After this, I'm just gonna become a homeless guy. There's nothing wrong with that.
True.
That's my true calling. Alliance, I mean, they have good heroes. Like, they have heroes that they feel comfortable with. 33 is on a hero that I feel like he can win on. Let me say, I feel like he is wasting his talents on a hero like Mac.
Yeah. Being an Empower bot is not...
Yeah, like, I want this guy to stand in front of towers and be a boss and run in front and passively create time for his true carry Nico baby. I don't want this guy to, like, sit in a jungle, hit W, and then walk around in circles where he does, like, 100 damage RPs. You know, that doesn't feel very good.
Stun 1, stun 2, stun 3. KP will be able to shrug off at least the movement speed slow from the Wraithfire Blast, but he's body blocked by Limp beautifully. And stun 4 and stun 5 will make sure they get the first blood for Limp.
Oh, this feels good.
And already, well, he may have gotten first blood on Alliance, but everybody saw that first game from TNC, and they're heavily back in the Southeast Asian squad.
Right, that is a one-sided 7-1, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, not even the Patriots-Jets game was that bad.
You had a bet with Kyle, didn't you?
Yes.
What was your odds?
Me and Kyle bet $20, and he was very confident. So for anybody that doesn't know, this doesn't apply to you, but he bet on the Jets to win, and he took 3 to 1 odds. And
that was the official Vegas odds?
Yeah, we just looked up the Vegas odds. It was 3.5 to 1, and he got absolutely dumpstered. The score was like 33-0 or something, and somehow GGBet thinks that this is going to be twice as bad as that was. I've yet to see it, so, you know, I mean, I think Alliance deserve a lot more credit than that, but Maybe they just think that TNCs are just good as hell, which, you know, might not be a terrible sentiment either, if I'm honest.
Yeah, they've only lost one game so far here at ESL 1. We're going to watch March probably die here. They're going to be able to chase him down. They do have a split earth. May not need it, though.
I don't even know if that's that good of a trade, though.
Just kind of dives and, yeah. I mean, he didn't get the last hit on the kill.
No.
He got to reset. Maybe he was low on regen. But yeah, trading your core for a support's never got to feel that good.
Bottom lane, it looks like KP's doing okay in the XP department. Is getting blocked by Fada completely. Not really sure where he's going to go.
And now Nico Baby may be able to block him in a little bit more. Wraithfire Blast couldn't lock him in the trees. Will be able to get a few more stuns. If they could get a really big crit here again from Nico Baby, they might be able to get the kill, but it doesn't come.
Wastes all his mana, though. They've done a very good job of zoning KP out. They weren't able to do that too much. Even with the tri-lane last game, I felt like his Beastmaster got way too much. He was the same level as the Void for the most part. As KP is stuck around, healed up. He's got a huge wave under him. And boldly, Alliance decided to give up the Enigma again, which I don't necessarily think was the reason they lost. In fact,
yeah,
that
Tim's
game
really
kind of felt 4-on-5. Like,
yeah,
Tim's just kind of chilled and had the easiest job. He's just like, in case you need it,
yeah,
it's here.
that last fight where he literally just stood on the high ground the entire time, came out with one Malefice, and that was it. Like, that proved
it was kind of adorable. He's like, again, in case you need it, I'm here.
I'm here for you.
Don't forget, your good old buddy Tim's.
Your good old emotional support buddy.
In case you're wondering who to vote for Mercedes-Benz MVP, the passive pressure he was able to put out. It was the implication.
That's true. That is, you know, with the MVP vote, it's even more respectable how passive Tim's was. They were going to lose our Nightstalker here. This is the Abaddon offlane core with a support that is enabled. Gabby is oh my goodness, that was a lot of damage. Well, Gabby, he may still die to the Diabolic Edict. It's a little bit close, but yeah.
All right, he just turned around and thwacked him once. I don't think 33 realized how much HP the Decay was doing.
Yeah.
He probably only had like 300 there. Just
and Nightstalker hits very hard.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, he has a very high base damage.
I don't love these traits from 33. Yes, you are getting the kill on a Gabby, but he's only level 2, and eventually it'll hit nighttime, and all of this that you've done doesn't really feel like it's worth it. If anything, I feel like he should just be in a position where he's looking to trade a little bit more farm.
Yeah, the first kill was definitely way more egregious because you killed an Undying, and that always feels terrible because he comes back with full mana and starts decaying you again.
Fall into his trap card, man.
Yeah.
But when it comes to CS, wow, this Legion is doing well.
Yeah, they this is something about this. You said, you know, last game obviously you got way too much as the Beastmaster. This TNC formula works out so well where they're able to. KP was one of the most adept solo offlaners 2 seasons ago.
The thing about KP,
Tim's is that greedy 4 who doesn't want to really lane that much.
Something about KP that I noticed is I think he gets a lot of flack, no pun intended here, because of the kind of playstyle he plays. He's not really a 2-on-2 meta laner. He's the kind of guy that, like, you leave him alone, he's always going to get what he's supposed to get. He's never going to carry you in the same way that a lot of offlaners can, but you're just not devoting as many resources to him either.
Yeah.
So it's not a big surprise when he doesn't, you know, he's not 20-0 with, like, all the farm in the world.
Sure.
But he's not supposed to play that role.
3-2, and we are just about to get into not only the Bounding Rune spawns, but also the nighttime, and 33 is in trouble. 3 more seconds till the Aphonic Shield. He's gonna have to juke out Gabby. Gabby goes the wrong direction.
With the Bounding Runes, though, as a result, you can see that March is already on the hunt.
Well, maybe Hanskin, he is faster than March, and he will be able to land the split earth and maybe get the kill. Oh, the neutral creeps may be able to take it away from him. No, Hanskin draws the aggro out, gets the kill on March, gets the 2 Bounty Runes.
Nice, well done. Hanskin already picking up a very early Arcane Boots, which is why I do love when supports are getting the last hits in these kinds of tri-lanes. But remember, the real game hasn't started until Tims is pressured to leave the jungle. We saw the exact sort of start in the last game, and it didn't seem to amount to much. But mid lane, looks like this is going to be an easy kill onto Armel. Nice rotation by Fada. I think he's more or less given up on bottom lane as a...
Yeah, I think that was a smart read by him that, like, they gave KP way too much. He can't impact that lane anymore. Try and do something else.
They messed up. They're like, well, what can you do?
Yeah.
Ogre being here. The problem with Ogre is, like, once that laning phase doesn't go like it's supposed to, you don't get it going from, like, the beginning. The enemy offlaner doesn't really care. And I'd imagine that, if anything, Legion probably deals with you the best. Just because you get to trade hits. As Fada gonna get stunned up, called down to follow. This should be a free kill for Armel, alleviating his pain from dying. Surprised that Fada decided to hang around for that long.
Yeah. Then again, he's like a level 3 ogre. He didn't give up that much gold. He didn't give up that much experience.
Yeah, but I'd imagine like level difference, like from both sides. You can see Legion's doing just fine. He's already level 6, in fact. They're gonna make a move on him, and they have to slow down his game. KP is having way too free of a time as stun 1, stun 2, stun 3. Here comes the Edict. The nuke, though, is gonna make him really quick, and this might just get him out of here. I mean, they three-man stood.
He's so tanky.
They also three-man stood on top of his nuke and just kind of gave him a haste.
Gabby, meanwhile, they're able to kill the solo offlane 33 at this point. They needed to stop KP, but then you just leave any hero against Night Stalker in a 2v1.
33's game. This is now his 3rd death, I believe. It has been slowing down so much. That's why I didn't love that trade. Even though you're trading with a Night Stalker, it's not that easy.
Oh, this is a good duel, though. With the rotation coming out from Armel, they will be able to get the kill onto Hanskin, taking away his kill streak, too. Oh.
This is so huge that KP was able to win this bottom lane despite being in a 1-on-2 against an Ogre.
Yep.
The entire point of Ogre is you sit there, you bonk the enemy offlaner, he doesn't get anything, you win your lane. And now 33,
his lane is ruined.
Yeah, he does have... They're all... Okay, so they all took time to tip Gabby.
Gabby ran away from the kill, so they would have more time to tip him.
I like it.
Oh, boy.
There's a meta being established right now, and TNC... The fact that they're... All right, so now Tim's has entered the game. He's got his Helm of Dom. They have to defend the safe lane tower. They're going to bring down Limp.
Limp is going to get snared up before he can get on top of KP, but he should get close enough with the slight, and he does level up Change just to be able to get a momentary stun, a pause onto KP, but KP's running so fast and he's taunting so much, he's not going to hit by the split earth either, and KP survives again.
That is the 3rd time that they've tried to do that, and he gets out, and this is just the amount of resources that you're devoting to try to slow down this LC that's already had a very good time. I can't imagine this is what your game plan was supposed to look like on the side of Alliance. And even though I said, like, you know, KP gets a lot of flack, he's going to give you what he gives you, he's definitely overperforming in this game.
Dude, somebody needs to make sure that 33 gets level 6.
Yeah, this guy's level 8 on the side of LC, conversely. 33 is just getting right-clicked down by Gabby. His game's been fine. They're definitely going to lose this bottom tower. If you go down bottom again and you don't kill KP, I genuinely think your game is just ruined at this point.
Yeah.
You will not win anymore.
Yep. They've already sacrificed 33.
It's just too much.
So much, and they've
had to
still
go
lost
down,
the tower.
and it gave the Gyro enough space to catch up after they got the kill and slowed down his game. You can't afford to do that again. You get maybe one good attempt at that. And he's still not level 6 on 33. Gabby getting aggressive. He's going to pop the shield on himself. Once again, they want a TP.
You know, you need the Aphotic Shield to blow up on the creeps to get your level 6, 33.
Nice.
He does get the deny. Well played.
But that's like the upside for him right now.
Yes.
Yay. Oh, the net. He's taking a lot of damage. But no Enigma quite here. This is going to be a lot of Eidolons farmed up by Limp. So that's a little bit of a win. And Fada is set up for the top bounty runes, but so far so good from TNC. Their draft, their 4th position Enigma is not being punished in either game.
There is still, now I'm not going to say bright spots for Alliance, but we're talking about how 3 players' games are ruined. That means Nico Baby and Limp need to step up because they're the only ones who have a semblance of a game right now.
This is where, if you think Nico Baby is a tier 1 carry, he's going to overperform for you and dig you out of this like shit show of a game.
Yeah.
He's probably like looking at us like, what the hell are you guys doing? Like, I'm having the chillest game, and you know, all of a sudden,
Like, I'm trying to be K1 Hector right now,
Yes.
guys. Like, I'm trying to farm Wraith King jungle, but, you know...
you're supposed to carry them, but like...
yeah. Beast Coast gave Hector a chance to win the game. Right now...
Yeah, they're... you don't want to put your carry in a position where 10 minutes in, you're losing by 3,000 gold, and all your lanes look really rough. They are going to create some space for 33. They needed to take this tower in return.
But Armel, who's level 11, is already here in the bottom lane. We said Limp also needs to step up here, and this is going to be a massive kill. Using that Invis rune to be able to get on top of Armel, who's probably really far forward, but simultaneously really just fine. Too tanky, it seems. Bottom, or top lane rather, back over to KP, who is going to get silenced up in a moment here. The split earth, it's going to miss. Hanskin whiffs that one, and as a result, the LC is going to get out of here, and Gabby, he's now going to hunt for a kill. Now, 33 is still not leveled up his ultimate, so he will be able to use it in the coming moments to try and turn this fight. KP gets stunned up, but immediately takes that off. With the press the attack, Gabby flying around in the trees, can't really be gone on either, so...
He's got to be careful. He's about to lose that here in a second. Should just use this time to farm a little bit, and if you're Alliance, I'd like to see them get... You have to get aggressive. You have to punish the fact that they've got this 4 Enigma. It's, you know, it's daytime right now. There's no Night Stalker ulti. Do what you do best. Gather mid, use the Abaddon, just force down that tower, make it hard for TNC to play this like slower paced game. Because their lineup is very timing based, is the downside of TNC's lineup. Like, they have to move around when they have their ultis, when it is nighttime. That is the one thing about Night Stalker carries. He's very limited. He's absolute garbage during the day.
And even if, like, Leshrac and Abaddon's games were both ruined by the laning phase, they do have a sick duo that is really hard to contest when it comes to taking towers and defending towers.
Yes. Like, Lesh has had a good enough start in this game. Abaddon, I mean, 33's game is so rough. He's got 3,100 net worth. It's lower than the 4th position of both teams.
Alliance knows, when you see March, don't go on him. It's a trap.
It's a fake out. So Gabby just wants the farm. I think everybody on TNC now wants to reset and farm. Alliance did a very good job. I really like their mid move. They have to take advantage of the fact that there aren't cooldowns. Even if you're a little bit behind and you know you're behind, you have to play around when you feel like you're strong.
I mean, with Gabby's current pace, he might be able to pick up his Aghanim Scepter around the start of the second nighttime. And that's going to be hugely impactful.
Yeah. I don't know if he'll quite get it.
Yeah, it'll have to be off of like bounty runes and maybe like 16 and a half minutes in.
I think he'll get it like, probably like 16, 17 minutes. Yeah, I can see that. But he'll have his ulti in 3 seconds. I could see a situation where TNC might want to fight around this time.
Yeah.
I could see that being pretty good for them.
Fight for the bounty runes with the use of the Night Stalker ultimate. They've got all their abilities up right now.
Yeah, you should feel pretty confident at taking fights right now.
I said that, and then Gyrocopter used his ultimate to help farm some neutrals a little bit faster. That's the beauty of Gyrocopter.
I mean, Gyro's also going to hit a very good axe timing.
Yeah.
TNC, they're pretty item and timing dependent. So this slower pace, I think, they prefer.
Yeah, this is where Limp needs to find a connection. He needs to find some sort of kill that leads into an opening.
You got to find some room for your team. Find a lane for 33 especially to play in right now.
Because you can't bring the Wraith King online. You just haven't given enough time yet. So
something I can't remember who said it, but they were like, when you get Radiance on your Wraith King, it means like you want to farm a little bit more. It doesn't mean automatically go time, because that's when your farm peaks the highest, is when you get that Radiance.
Yeah, with Midas and Radiance, and Wraith King does not have like this insane strength gain. You are very squishy.
Yeah, you're just there to farm some more. And then once you pick up like 2-3 items and you can get to the back line, that's when you want to participate in these engagements. But for the time being, you know, just farm away. Which means that Alliance will also have this like really sick timing too, so they shouldn't be too concerned either. I think last game, looking at the lineups, I was really glad I got to see a Mag Auk situation so that I could show you like, hey, this is what this looks like. and why it's such an issue. But I think this game, they at least have a lineup that's much better, and it can actually scale, and their timings match up a lot better too. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about is like 3-3's game has been slowing down just so much.
And he is going to have a hard time being impactful in some of these fights with the combination of this AoE control of the black hole and then also the AoE silence.
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of situations where you're going to want to be able to throw an aphotic shield or something, and Night Stalker's just going to camp himself.
Oh, this should be a stun by Hanskin.
They're going to be able to get that with a follow-up. Silence being completed for 33. They're going to try and chase down this Legion Commander. He's still so tanky, and he still has the pipe.
All right.
You're not killing this bad boy.
This is a very good item against Alliance's team, which most of their damage being magical has...
Oh, what did I say? 16.5 minutes in? Gabby has 1,400 gold.
Okay, sick.
So, Aghanim Scepter online for him.
Your timing was nearly perfect, sir.
Aghanim Scepter online for Armel and 90 gold, so they might as well wait for both of these items. I don't really see anything stopping them from fighting. Oh, Blink Dagger up and 400 gold for Tim's. Jeez, all these like crazy key items are all coming online for TNC about the same time.
Oh, they're smoked up here. They're going to get spotted. They're pinging like crazy, and Alliance's move has once again been shut down, but they do have the Radiance now, picked up by the Wraith King. His farm's going to go up quite a bit. Armel coming up here. He doesn't want them to just continue to farm. He's going to at least pop the ulti onto the Abaddon.
Just want to be able to keep him from retreating. They'll kill him after the borrowed time. If they... Oh, well, Gabby's going to come and get out of here. He's definitely dead. It looks like Hanskin's going to be fed on by the Night Stalker. They don't have a son to be able to save him. Now the Tombstone position as well to be able to slow down all these heroes. Bot is definitely dead. Looks like Nico, baby, he may be dying twice here. Limp's going to try and help him out. 33 with the buyback coming into this fight. But honestly, it looks like TNC, they've hit their timings. And they look like they're too strong. Sleight of fist after sleight of fist. But TNC don't slow down. They're going to be able to finish off Nico, baby. This is going to be a dieback for 33 as well. Limp is even going to be chased away. He's not going to be able to find a single kill. He sat there casting sleight of fist after sleight of fist, but nobody from TNC got low enough for him to commit.
Beefy boys. That's what they've got. Lots of beefy boys. And Tim's once again, just in case.
Just in case?
I'm not. Don't forget about Tim's. You're good old boy Tim's. Still in the running for MVP.
Hey, I have my Blink Dagger. I'm ready.
Gotta get that air time, you know? Camera time.
I mean, I just love this, right? It's like TNC, they hit all their timing windows at once.
And they just go.
And KP said, I'm forcing this fight no matter what. Like, dueling an Abaddon doesn't feel good at the start, but you guaranteed you're getting a kill and forcing a fight. And silence onto the Ember Spirit. Oh, no. The AoE silence will wear out, though. Gabby. Oh, finished him off with the AoE Void with the help of March as well. Now Hanskin's going to run over by the Tier 1 tower. And that is such a fast pace. We go through the replay, and right away we come back to TNC just killing fools.
And the nuke is here. Tim's has finally decided to participate in this game. Gabby is just blocking him off so that he can set up for the duel. TNC is so good, and they are so fast at playing Dota. It happens in a hurry because Alliance, the game looks pretty okay. It's pretty peaceful, and then all of a sudden, in a hurry, they run at you. Look at that dip. It is sharp and precipitous. No breaks at all. Just straight down the line.
Plummets downward. Alliance are now in a big old hole. And they've got to find a way to climb their way out of it. That's going to be through Nico Baby's Wraith King. And he is currently in that Radiance minus farming time that you're talking about. You can't do anything else.
No, the Radiance alone isn't enough to deter anybody.
Like, we saw that from the last fight.
They chased him for about 40 seconds. And you would think, oh, well, what is Blitz talking about? Like, the Radiance is sick. It was burning them for like 40 seconds and they didn't care.
Yeah. That was a long fight.
He got like 4 stuns off. He burned them for as long as you can. Like, that's the ideal situation for a Wraith King, and he still can't fight. So you just farm with this hero. You use this Radiance to get even more farmed. You speed up your farm progression until you have Blink Dagger, until you get other items. It's not like he has upgraded boots or anything like that. So his game pace is going to be a little bit slower than you expect. I mean, this guy just straight up rushed it as an item. So he needs a little bit of time. And this just comes down to the laning phase, I think, being so rough. 33 thinking he had to get into some like weird fights, whereas KP was able to just chill farm, take his game bit by bit. I felt like KP wasn't pressured to do anything really in this game.
No.
Just play your laning phase out. And now a BK, like the timings have just happened so quickly.
BKB for the Night Stalker. Yeah, these are.
And these items that are coming in for Alliance, I don't feel like helps deal damage right now. Like the Maelstrom's nice, but you know, they have a pipe.
Yeah.
And they're all strength heroes that just sort of run at you, and they've got plenty of ways to disengage.
27 HP, 2700 HP on the Night Stalker, 2000 on the Gyrocopter with the Diffusal Blade, 2000 on the Legion Commander with a pipe and a Blade Mail now.
Yeah, like this item would have felt really good about 4 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Now it just kind of feels like you've got to get it because you need some sort of damage item that's cheap. That's the entire point of Ember. But you might just lose way too much on the map right now. If they lose that mid-tier 2 tower without even having to pop Knight, that's when you know like Alliance is like, we can't ever fight. And you're probably going to give a Broshan right after that.
TNC is going to back up only just to defend their tier 1 bottom lane. They're not going to give Alliance anything.
And look at this pickup by the Gyrocopter going for the Diffusal Blade. You're going to put even more pressure on the Wraith King. It makes it so hard for him to fight. And it's just really nice against the Ember too. Embers don't like playing against Mana Burn.
Yes.
That's why the Jug Diffusal Blade feels really good against this hero. You get like 4 hits off. This hero that entirely relies on mana to cast. You know, he's not like an auto attack kind of core.
Yeah. And when you're also like much stronger than the enemy, that Diffusal Blade can just mean 1 extra kill off of a team fight thanks to the inhibit.
Dude, TNC's so hype. Oh my god, these guys are so good at Dota.
Yeah, dude. I don't know how you feel about it, but I feel like these guys are like far and away. They look like the best team here.
Alliance is a good team. They just won Dream League. They did very reasonably well in their group.
Yeah.
They took a game off Vici.
Yeah.
I think they were like the only team to. And suddenly it seriously just looks like they are, you know, they're in like some sort of like warm-up game against like their C squad. They're like, just roll out of bed.
Yeah.
Play some dotes.
I mean, like, is this such a dominant performance that I feel like I'm watching like a, you know, Team Secret in the middle of the DPC or like Virtus Pro like 2 seasons ago.
This is exciting. If you're a TNC fan, like, you know, I like a lot of the players on the team, but this is making me quite hype. I don't want to be biased or anything, but you can't help but like teams that play this way. They just kind of run at you.
I don't think we've ever talked about a team like this before. And that's just because that's the analysis. They just look that good. We're going to see them just march up into the high ground. Armel's going to focus on hitting the tier 3. They're getting
Guys, it's daytime.
Yeah, they're diving way too far here.
It's still daytime. I'm not sure what you're doing, but this isn't even the peak of your strength.
You could wait 1 minute and 15 seconds, that's all. But they won this tier 3 real badly. The Fire Blast multicast. They are going to be able to get the duel coming out from the Legion Commander onto Hanskin, turning out some of that damage. Not quite enough to be able to win the duel, though. Hanskin eventually falls.
The black
black hole! Tims! He's finally here! And he nails a 4-man black hole to be able to win the fight. Is Gabby going to be able to chase down 1 and 2? Ember Spirit, though, gets away from that silence. He does get some sleight of fist with the buybacks coming out from Alliance. Maybe they can win the second part of this fight, where they can chase down some heroes. But during nighttime, you can't really leave your base.
Oh, Tims, relax.
Don't forget.
They all forgot.
They all forgot.
They all forgot.
They forgot about Tims.
Oh my god, Tims did. He was just chilling for 2 games just to deliver that black hole.
Try harder.
Oh my lord. All right. They had to use 2 buybacks. The game isn't quite done or anything like that. But keep in mind, it was just daytime.
Yeah. Dude, that was actually just, that was a little egregious, the fact that they just forced high ground during daytime. They could have waited a minute. They could have waited 30 seconds.
No, you don't
to
stop.
have the, you know, the Night Stalker overlap of Dark Ascension into the nighttime.
Stop.
But the TNC train don't stop, baby. It just keeps chugging.
And Alliance, I mean, they've got to be looking shell-shocked right now.
Yeah.
Like, they haven't experienced this kind of series in this season yet. This is the first time where I really feel like in this season they've been just like challenged.
Yeah.
Because they're seriously just getting the shit kicked out of them. And this isn't even, the crazy part is like, normally, you know, I like to say like, oh, maybe Alliance could have done this or that better, but like, I just want to give all the credit in the world right now to TNC.
Yeah.
Because sometimes a team is just very good and they're playing really good Dota, and that's what you should appreciate.
They drafted a good situation, overplayed their lanes a little bit, and then just follow the formula of like, okay, we're strong enough to beat them now.
Look at Marsh. This was supposed to be a trap that Alliance set up, but TNC read it perfectly. KP was there with him, and the two heroes at bottom, they have a BKB core down there, so they feel safe, so not really giving any sort of opportunities up.
I want to point out the Blink Dagger picked up by Gabby. A lot of people wonder, like, why do you go Blink Dagger on Night Stalker? Like, aren't you really fast? But you want to get on top of these heroes from the start of your crippling fear, especially against somebody like this Ember Spirit.
Yeah,
and with the BKB, I don't think Ember can really survive.
Hanskin's just going to go down.
Easy pickoff.
Gabby's just going to blink in there very aggressively, does not care about the tower or all the creeps on top of him.
KP is...
Yo, quick gyro for me.
I mean, KP is a little weird. Like, if you're TNC, just five man.
Just, yeah.
You don't need to do anything else.
He's feeling himself, that's the thing. He's definitely feeling himself.
He's goose-stepping his way over to the tier 3 at bottom lane, where TNC are going to push in with the Siege Wagon and the Tombstone out.
Yeah, Armel doesn't have Satanic quite yet, so you've got to be careful. No Aegis or anything like that. They lose it in the previous engagement, and they don't have Black Hole. So
he's going to jump in with a crippling fear, immediately getting on top of it.
The call down on everybody.
The call down on all of these heroes with the duel on top of that. The Ember Spirit is immediately gone. He's going to buy back. Armel almost dying in this fight, though. Nico Baby with his BKB. He needs another hit. He gets the Ray Fire Blast, but the heal's coming out. They're trying to body block him. Another press the attack coming out, and now he's slowed down. Nico Baby.
Limp is going
he's not going to be able to get the kill. Limp can't quite get him with the sleight of fist. He's been stunned up. He's been silenced. He's not going to get him at all. Armel.
And the Rocket's like the other way.
And now they're going to turn back and finish up the rest of Alliance without their Gyrocopter because they don't need him. Gabby, he's actually going to run out of mana here, so his damage may run out, but not fast enough as they're going to be able to finish off at least the Wraith King, chasing away Hanskin, maybe turning back for 33. March, the captain, kind of needs some help here, but KP, he's just going to chase Hanskin away, and they're going to turn as a team back over to that Batten, who does manage to finish off March.
Yeah, but this is about as good as it gets, I think. 33. Gonna have that ulti pop. They're gonna chase him every step of the way. Get the duel. Get a little bit of damage. There's no buyback on a Limp. I was just saying, maybe relax. You don't have Satanic or Aegis, and then all of a sudden, an instant duel. Gabby blinks in, gets a 5-man void on top of the call down.
I mean, their initiation just happened all at once. They blinked in on the Legion Commander and the Night Stalker at the same time.
For
it
a
was
second,
sick.
there was just a calm. Everything was chill. They were just hitting, and all of a sudden, everybody rushes in at once. One mind Dota.
All right, well,
I mean,
one
Alliance
last
making
hope
this
for Alliance.
This is such a short night. The combined game time at this point, it feels like it's been about an hour.
Yeah. They're gonna back up. All right, they're gonna play it a little chill. Deal with the Shrine. I guess Roshan's up in 3 minutes, but you still have 2 minutes of nighttime.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
And you still have Black Hole.
Yeah,
Tim's
is there.
Tim's is
Guys,
still
remember, Tim's is still.
Don't forget about Tim.
Don't forget about. He can still get the MVP. He's like winking, you know. He's like, don't forget about your boy. They have 4 melee heroes and a Leshrac who thrives on being like close range. That is, Tim's is gonna get nice black holes.
Yeah.
It is just kind of inevitable.
Oh, they're gonna go. Lynn's trying to do a little bit of split pushing, but KP, he's gonna get.
Oh, nice
Jumps
jumps.
away. Spider senses tingling.
He probably recognized, like, oh, they're actually just chasing us around. Like, they don't really care about any of these objectives right now. March might pay for this. He's hanging around with Armel. Sentry Ward's gonna get dropped.
They force the heroes to bottom lane. They think maybe we can take control of this area. Maybe we can de-ward that cliff that is always gonna be warded, but no.
Kill the rocket. That's gold. Okay.
Not even that.
That's, you really need a BKB on this Ember Sphere. Once he gets nullified too, it's gonna be like a mini Doom. When he gets on top of you with the blink and the silence, can't get away from that. That's going to make Limp's life even harder. Is it going to make
He just got the 40 damage talent
the
too,
long
so
way.
this is going to be a big initiation. They're going to start off onto the Ogre. While there's Gabby going straight for that Ember Spirit every single
There's
time.
literally nothing
The
he can
mini
do.
doom, Ember Spirit can do nothing. Limp is just dead, and he has no buyback. Nico Baby's going to lose his first life here. 33, going to be forced into a borrowed time soon. There's the black hole to make sure Nico Baby has no chance to be able to do anything in his second life, and that's just it. And it feels like it's been over for a solid 15 minutes. TNC, clean, crisp, beautiful Dota coming out from
they
them.
did not even make it 30 minutes. What was the previous game? I don't even know if we hit that mark at that point.
I actually don't know.
My word, that is a team. They are so good right now.
Well, maybe Group B wasn't that bad at all, and TNC is just that
TNC
good.
Whatever TNC does, I knew TNC was good because anything they did, everyone tried copying.
Yeah.
And TNC was like, well, like.
And TNC's like, oh, we've got. Oh, you thought that was cool. Wait till you try this. Wait till you try the Night Stalker.
Oh, look
safe
at that.
one. You guys think Alec is good?
The point down, they're saying KP, that's our man. And Tim's is in the background, just like, don't forget about me.
He shows up on Kemek.
And KP,
I'm here too.
Look at this. And he's pointing at March and saying, no, March is the MVP. You got to appreciate it. They're just loving each other.
Yeah.
They can feel it. That jump at the end. Looks like Alliance are still in pretty good spirits. It was their first test.
There's nothing else you could do at that point but just laugh it off.
So it happens, guys.
They've got a lower bracket to go through still, but TNC are going to be moving on to the upper bracket finals. What an exciting way to start ESL 1.
Fantastic start for TNC Predator, who have guaranteed themselves a top 3 finish here already at ESL 1 Hamburg. They've made short work of that, haven't they? Alliance, however, as Cap rightly said, will have to make their way through the lower bracket, and we'll see them in action in the Barclaycard Arena over the next 3 days. That is it as far as today is concerned. It's wrapped up the group stage. We've moved into the upper bracket as well. We're going to wrap up this series and the day as a whole with Nahaz and Purge alongside gents. Another clinical display from TNC.
It was another dumpstering, and we're seeing a pattern here, and that's going to should give everybody a lot of confidence in TNC. It wasn't just their groups; it's that they're also showing up Alliance, and I'm just wondering who else are they going to take down? Can they keep going? Excited to see how far they get.
This is a team, Alan, that less than 7 days ago won a big title at Dream League against some good teams, good quality teams. I know it's early in the season, but my goodness, TNC just dumpstered them in 2 games here and made them look super ordinary. This is a championship-winning team from the weekend.
Yeah, it's early in the season, but TNC look like they're playing at least December Dota here in October. They just look 2 months ahead of everybody else in terms of their development and their coordination as a team. So many of the storylines we've been talking about are these teams developing and coming together. Well, this team, how much more coming together could they possibly have to do? And they've also looked like they've had the answer for all of these just meta OP things, these concepts that the other teams have been exploiting. First phase Void, no problem. Alchemist, Abaddon, he's unbeatable.
Don't forget Earthshaker Morph.
Earthshaker Morph.
Earthshaker
We'll
Morph
use it
yesterday.
and then we'll beat it.
Yeah.
Enigma, no other teams played it at the tournament. We're 3-0 with it.
And now there's like carry Night Stalker, and he comes out with his first Ags fight, and you're just like, oh my god. They make all of their strategies to look broken.
Well,
and they've done it with a lot of different strats at this point, and that's like the perfect sign of an amazing team.
The 18-minute item timings. The 18, all of a sudden you get 2 Ags, they pop out the jungle, and they got 2 Ags on Night Stalker, and you get a Blink Dagger on Tim's, and it's like, oh, we just lost the game.
It was beautiful. The defusal on Gyro was perfect this game, very reminiscent of Topson's defusal Gyro purchase. They're against both Abaddon, whose mana is important, Ember's mana is important. Mana is important on Wraith King in a big way. So it's just perfect itemization, quick items. They were able to save the Gyrocopter here as well. Just incredible play by them.
And then on top of that, they're all playing well individually. They're all playing well as a team. And the 3 that were originally there and the 2 that have played together before have come together in perfect harmony. And the drafts are really good as well.
Yeah.
There's not really any... Where are the cracks right now?
And the one more good benefit of them, in case you don't want to keep talking about it, but they got that fun factor. It's
They do. They are very chilled, aren't they?
arguably what helped OG win 2 TIs.
Yeah.
They're having fun. They've got the 3 guys having a great time, but they're also highly skilled, pairing them with a little bit of cool, calm, and collected to create like an atmosphere that doesn't get too ahead of themselves, doesn't get too excited, because sometimes you do need to not get too amped up about, hey, we're winning, oh shoot, we overdove, now the game is over. That's
I have to tell you,
time.
though, that secretly, actually not secretly at all, I am super excited to see how this team carries on improving over the next few months, and then maybe into next year, and then towards the the sky's the limit for this team. It really is. I know we said that so many times in the past about TNC lineups, but this one really does feel like the real deal.
I just want to see the all we don't give an F final. I want to see Beast Coast and TNC play.
I'm the same. I already said that was my dream final here.
Amazing.
No offense to anyone else, but that was my dream final as well. I'm totally on board with you. Let's take a look at the bracket for you and show you exactly how things have panned out. We've only had the one game, of course, during today. Vici Gambit will be to come. TNC beating Alliance. Alliance will drop down. They will play the winners of Ninjas in Pajamas or Virtus Pro. I'm sure they'll be quite happy to play either of those two teams right now. Both struggling a little bit, and Alliance have been in good form outside of that. The loser of Gambit and Vici, of course, will play Beast Coast. Obviously, not Wind and Rain, even though we like them, because obviously we have to have Beast Coast going through to make our dream final.
Absolutely.
It's true.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. All right, let's catch up with KP right now. He's had a fantastic tournament. He's with Sir Action Slacks.
Hey guys, here with KP after an incredible 2-0 on Alliance. Sir, you got to be feeling good after that one, right?
Yeah, feeling good.
All right, cool. So Alliance didn't really seem to put up much of a challenge for you. Most people thought that it was one of the strongest teams in the series, in the tournament. What'd you think about Alliance?
I think they just went prepared for us, I'd say. Yeah.
A little lacking on homework, or?
Maybe a bit.
So if Alliance isn't the team that has a chance of stopping you, who is? Who do you think has the best chance of putting you guys down in the lower bracket if it were to come? We're not saying it will.
I guess the two other upper bracket teams, Gambit, Vici.
Yeah.
For now, I'd say Vici because we haven't played them yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you guys played against them before, just in practice or anything?
Yeah, but I'm not going to say like how that went.
Oh, okay. We'll keep that on the DL. Well, sir, an incredible series. You guys dominated, and we hope to see if anyone can even come close to stopping this on fire team. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Jake, for all the interviews over the last 3 days. Of course, going to continue on inside the Barclaycard Arena as the teams and players will move inside that from tomorrow. Congratulations to TNC Predator once more. They've guaranteed themselves a top 3 spot. Now, let's turn our attention as we wrap up today on the MVP by Mercedes-Benz. These are the current 3 that you guys have voted for most. Eurus, Tims, and Chris Luck. This was very similar to what we saw yesterday. I'm mildly surprised by that, gentlemen, because we've seen, not that these 3 haven't played well, they have played. I think Tim's has been absolutely unbelievable, but there have also been some fantastic performances. Kevin, I know you've got a couple of players that you've really liked today.
Yeah, the Gambit players, I think, have been really good. I think that we're going to see some adjustments if they manage to beat Vici Gaming in the full BO3. They've already had a great game 1, so we could definitely see some adjustments. Yep. And as you know, towards the end of the tournament, the teams that are winning more and more and more end up getting more votes. So we'll have some changes before it's over.
And then obviously there's March to consider, just in terms of drafting. There's Gabby to consider, who's had some unbelievable matches on the Morphling and the Night Stalker in particular. I think you can bring out KP, who's also had a great tournament so far. There's lots out there.
I couldn't help but watch that interview and be like, KP is going to win a TI someday. Is what I was thinking.
I've thought that for 3 or 4 years now. The guy is just a very, very solid offlane player. He's creative. He's very stable. He's a good laner. I mean, he had a rough last season, and I think he knows that. And there were times last season when I don't think he was playing up to his potential, but he's great.
Look, I'm okay with that, except for one thing, right? That would mean there are 2 Australians that have won TI before a British player's played at TI.
Yeah.
I'm not okay with that, because Gods would just give me too much.
Yeah,
you know?
I went down the same train of thought. I was like, he'll wonder if he'll win a TI. And then I'll be like, oh, that's another Australian. And I was like, Gods is going to tweet about it. I was like, went down the same mental path.
Definitely going to come out, isn't it? Thank you very much, gents. It's always a pleasure. We're done here as far as ESL 1 Hamburg is concerned for day number 3. Group stage is all wrapped up. We've moved inside the bracket as well. And tomorrow we'll be live from inside the Barclaycard Arena for ESL 1 Hamburg 2019. We'll see you then.